lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title of today's video, we're going to be reacting to Black Tie by Jeff Satur. Honestly, I am really enjoying hearing more of his music, so I can't wait to get into this video and see what we're going to be getting from this one, because just from the title alone, I'm very curious. But before we do, if you guys are new to the channel, then welcome and thank you for joining. Make sure you're clicking that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching, so I can keep on making more videos like this. But with all that being said, I just cannot wait to get into this video, so let's do it. Ooh. Oh. This feels like a whole different dynamic than what we've seen so far. Okay.
In the middle of the night, I feel I lost my mind. Used to feel the color, now my world turns black and white.
Oh my, wow. There's something about his voice. I can't explain the way that it captivates everything for me, but it does. Like, every time I hear his voice, it's like I literally feel instinctively just drawn in to every single moment of what's going on. Oh my gosh. Just opening up with this song, instantly just talking about, you know, being in that sense of the night, you know, and feeling like you've lost your mind, and how that colour's now turned to black and white. Like, almost as if that darkness has taken over for you, and everything that you once saw in one way has been instantly just changed, almost like with the flip of a switch, you know? Already, just that emotional draw into this song is absolutely incredible. And the fact as well that we keep on switching, you know, we had those shots just a minute where it was more of that colour, even though it was dark, like that setting was a dark setting, it still had that sense of colour, but we keep on flipping from that to now, like, talking about the black and the white, and this is literally just black and white. Even the imagery of everything that's going on is really showcasing that sense of the emotion within the song, and I think that's incredible.
Color, now my world turns black and white.
His hair is gorgeous.
Losing the plan of my soul. Keep her head low. Bow to the money that owe.
I love his voice so much. I really do. Oh my gosh, the vocal flips that he is absolutely just exuding right now. Oh my, wow, I need to hear all of that again. The way as well they're all moving in time, like that darkness that's surrounding him, you know, all of these people are surrounding him in that sense of darkness, literally, and all in black. It's like they are the ones that are controlling that sense of maybe more so those negative emotions coming through. Oh, the imagery on this is phenomenal.
And away. 7 years old, losing the plan of my soul. Keep her head low, bow to the money that owe. I was invited into the party of silence. Be what they like and be quiet.
I was invited to the party of silence. Be what they're like and be quiet. Oh my, these lyrics, oh my goodness gracious me. His lyricism is unreal. Absolutely beautifully heartbreaking. Oh my gosh. Talking about, you know, even from the youngest of ages, you've almost had to continue to just hide a part of yourself in a way, you know, just keep quiet and follow the orders of what people expect of you, you know? Oh my gosh. A sense of, you know, we're invited to the party of silence. Almost in a way of just continuing to, you know, be able to meet people's expectations and continue to just live life under the expectations of others in a way, you know, falling under that sense of just keeping all of those feelings to yourself, despite, you know, really wanting to be able to express yourself. It's almost like you are held back even from such a young age, you know, from being able to express yourself in the way that you want to, having to, you know, just remain quiet in those moments. Oh my gosh. This song is so deep.
To the party of silence, be what they like and be quiet. I'm in my black tie. Are you satisfied? Sipping the red wine, just like your black lies.
Oh. Oh my gosh, sipping that red wine like your black lies. Like, I'm wearing my black tie, sipping wine like your black lies. The flip on that is incredible. We talk about white lies in life, you know, and we say, oh, you know, it's okay as long as it's a little white lie, that's all right. But the fact that this is like black lies, like the darkest, deepest rooted of lies that you can tell, and the fact that we're having to just keep quiet, knowing all of that, knowing and hearing all of those, you know, lies being told. Oh my gosh. I'm loving the little la 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 lies. I love that moment so much. The little like vocal ascending. Oh, gorgeous. Vocals on that moment there with the la la las. Oh, gorgeous. But again, just almost like, you know, we've got all of these people in the background, all in the black outfits. Again, you know, that sense of darkness, but also they're all sort of following in line with each other. And it's almost like they're following the rules in a way, you know? Just like we're saying in the lyrics, you know, from a young age, you've had to just, you know, remain quiet, not be able to speak up, and just have to go with what is expected of you. And it's almost like they're portraying that in the background as well. Everything about this video is phenomenal.
Now I'm in the wedding of my tears and my despair.
I'm loving this set.
I'll be at the funeral of all the things I care.
Oh wow. Everything about this song is stunningly heartbreaking, isn't it? But like, just him being now in the black and white checkered, you know, there's two ways in which you can, I feel like, see that, for me anyway. And it's the fact of, you know, black and white, light and dark, you know, that sense of both sides of the spectrum of in life there being that light and that darkness. And it feels like with this song we're definitely leaning more in towards that darkness, you know. We were talking about how the lies were black. And it's just that sense of with the white and the black checkered moment going on. It's like in life there is that mixture of the two, but the darkness ultimately is what's surrounding him in this moment. I think that is such an incredible like moment in the videography here. But also, for me anyway, the black and the white, it's just reminded me of like a game of chess. And I think if we think about chess, you know, we think of, you know, the pawns being sort of ruled over almost by, you know, the kings and queens and all of the other higher powers. And it's like ultimately you're playing this game of life, but there's somebody always there who is almost making you live in a certain way and making you follow those certain rules. Everything about this is incredible. The lyrics, though, are what really get me every time when it comes to his music. The lyrics are incredible.
Of all the things I care. Say as I know, say although you don't know. I'm getting cold, can't find a way back to my home. I was invited into the party of silence. Be what the like it, be quiet.
It's just again like, you know, even in that moment there, he was the one, you know, stood behind all of them, and it was like they were almost all moving in time based on his action in a sense. And I think it's just almost like that sense again of just having that person have that power and that hold over you, you know. You're not in control in that moment. And it is almost like within that then the darkness just keep creeping in, you know, because you feel so overwhelmed by the fact that you're having to just let all of these emotions and feelings be washed over by that overall power and authority telling you, you know, you've got to keep quiet, you've got to keep those emotions buried deep within you, you know, just, you know, keep on pushing through and, you know, keep quiet, keep silent. It's just that sense of feeling so overthrown by somebody having that expectation of you being able to keep all of that trapped inside, you know?
Silence, be what the like it, be quiet. I'm in my black tie, are you unsatisfied? Sipping the red way, just like your black lies. I'm in my black tie, the world is colorblind.
The world is colorblind.
I'm on the other side.
The world is colorblind. That lyric, wow. Like in a sense, in a way, we're all just following that black light, you know, we all in some sort of way sometimes are trying to match the expectations of others and are sort of overthrown by that sense of power in a way, you know, whether that's power over you emotionally, physically, mentally. I feel like in life there definitely is that feeling of not really being in control sometimes. I think it's one of those things as well, just even if we look at the world and the way it is, it does just feel like sometimes there are so many uncertainties and, unknowns in life that it can almost feel like you're walking on a tightrope with sort of no end in a way. Like you were just walking in a sense in the hope that you're not gonna fall into that darkness, and in doing that, you're sort of almost led in a way in which way to move forward in life. And I think everybody can relate to that sense of just feeling sometimes like you're not even in control of your own self and your own life. And I feel like that's what this whole song is sort of representing. Like even from the youngest of ages, I think we all, really are influenced in a way by the way in which we live our lives, even if we don't necessarily realize it. I think there's definitely things in our life, especially growing up, that really do, almost like he says, lead us to be colorblind because we are just almost, as we grow, following the guidelines and expectations of what those around us have taught us in a way. This song is so like thought provoking, genuinely, like it's so in depth. I just love this one.
Are you satisfied? Sipping the red wine, just like
That
your
one note
eyes. I'm in my black tie. The
on
world
the piano,
is
that one note.
Into the black light, I'm on the other. La, 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 la.
And now we're in the red. This beat going on. He is unbelievable. Wow. That was so powerful. That song, oh my gosh, this song, genuinely, I am blown away in ways I was not even expecting. Like, I've heard a couple of his songs so far and they've been stunning, absolutely stunning, but this was a whole different vibe altogether and it really did just like captivate everything for me. I think it just makes you really like think. And I think that's like something I really appreciate within, music is when you find one of those songs, it really does just make you step back and just take a moment to really process everything and what the message is that they're trying to get across. I think this one definitely did that for me, but I was loving at the end there as well. Those moments with the mirrors, almost like that self-reflection in a way, like looking back at yourself and trying to see and realize who you truly are because again, you've had to grow up almost trying to portray somebody that you're not because people have almost silenced you. I think just everything about the imagery, the videography on this one, the color tones as well, like having the darkness and then going to the black and the white feel. And right at the end there, just that sense of, that red, him just being the one to really be almost like that drastic change within the darkness. Him just saying as well, like everybody's almost like lost in the darkness, but he's almost like on the other side. He's seeing that sense of, change in a way, and he wants to almost be that sense of change. And that's what it feels like with him right at the end there, being in that red in the darkness, just being that one thing that really is just bringing almost like a discourse to the darkness. Absolutely unbelievably amazing. I just really appreciated in this song how much it really was talking about, not wanting to constantly be having to fit the mold of what somebody else expects from you or what somebody else wants from you. Like trying to figure out yourself again almost after having your individuality taken away from you from such a young age, being led through life in almost having that sense of being colorblind, not being able to see the vibrancy and beauty of the world and of yourself because you've almost had to just conform to what others want from you and to what the world almost, gives you, which I think, especially more so over the past few years, it definitely has been a difficult world to, really thrive in, hasn't it? And I think that definitely brings a darkness in and of itself, but just that sense of, again, just searching for yourself. I think even in the last reaction I did, just trying to find yourself again after you've been so hurt. But I think in this sense, it's trying to find yourself again despite almost like never having that sense of freedom, trying to figure out what that freedom means to you and who you truly are after almost being shackled from it for so long. I just think this song was absolutely, absolutely incredible. One of my favorites that I've heard on this channel. I can't lie, because it just was so powerful. It was so empowering and just so meaningful. I just thought this one was absolutely amazing. And I would so really, really love to hear what you thought of this one as well, like your thoughts and your interpretation, because I really, really loved it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching along this video with me. If you did, like I said, make sure you're clicking that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching so I can keep on making more videos like this. But with all that being said, thank you so much for joining. I hope you're having a wonderful day and I will see you in the next video.